on, ready to go, right?
Yeah, it's already recorded, dude.
All right, what's up, guys? Garrett here with Deranged Off-Road and Jason with Craftworks.
How's it going?
So this has been kind of something in the making. I communicated a lot with Jason and wanted to get up here and hopefully get a good chance to kind of review all of his cars, kind of what he's got coming on and what's in the works and all that good stuff. So today here we are at their whole Craftworks setup. They've got a bunch of cars, and of course we'll start off with the KRX after we talk a little bit about Craftworks. So can you tell us a little bit about how Craftworks came to be and kind of when it started?
So we started off, if you guys are familiar with the tuner industry, our main company was Skunk 2 Racing. Been around for 27 years, getting into every aspect in vehicles. So we do anything from motor internals, cams, manifolds, suspension, coilovers, and now we're branching off into the off-road industry. And first thing that we saw is a lot of these need some more power. So yep, making some forced induction kits to bolt on and make them as user-friendly as possible has been key in making this company try and be successful.
So how old is the company?
27 years.
27 years. So see, guys, when we went to Craftworks to run a supercharger, we didn't go to a company that's just been around for like a year or has no clue what's going on. We wanted to make sure that we brought on a product that really worked, and that's why I think it's been so successful adding that supercharger to our KRX, because you guys have been around and you have the experience and you've run multiple different things, from turbos too, right?
Correct.
Turbos, superchargers, on all sorts of automotive stuff, and then down into the off-road industry. So that's one of the main reasons why we reached out to Craftworks to run the supercharger. Plus, personally, I always felt like the supercharger was the way to go for the KRX. So we'll start off with the KRX. I know in my KRX, I'm running about 5 pounds of boost. Can you tell us about this KRX? It might be a little bit different.
Yeah, so we ended up going crazy on this thing. We did a fully built motor, so it's got rods, pistons, head studs, kept everything high compression, and we're running about 12-13 pounds of boost on it, still on pump gas, and it's been running solid. So everything that you can do, we were gonna have this all dialed in for you guys, so it's as plug and play as possible as our base kit. So we'll tell you exactly what upgrades to do. Then we'll have the injectors, and we're running 1100 cc injectors in it now, and so we'll have everything ready for you guys so that we can just drop it in and go enjoy it.
So basically what I'm hearing is for those that have already bought a supercharger kit, what you're saying is I can add this kit, and it would be a separate kit as well that I'd buy from you that you can send up that I can add to it?
Correct. Literally, okay, after the motor's built, all you'll need is pulleys and injectors from us, and we'll obviously supply the tune that you're going to need to run it.
Okay. So yeah, that's something to look forward to that we might be checking into, and down the road we'll see. Yep. But we will have some time, seat time in this, and then multiple other cars as we go out and head out with Craftworks. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what this brings to the table at 12 pounds or so boost versus my 5, because I felt like at 5 pounds it was a big difference for the KRX, and I know Joe did and Dave did as well. They've all kind of driven it. So as we walk down the line here, you also have your Honda Talon. We've been following this for quite some time. As you know, Joe had a Honda Talon. As we traded that in down there, Joe, can you see it? So now we have a 4-seater KRX, no more Honda Talon. But tell us a little bit about the Talon.
Hey, don't hate on the Talon.
I'm not hating, bro. I'm not hating, but I mean, you did get a KRX. So was this one of your first supercharged vehicles, or what was your first?
So this one's turbocharged, actually.
Oh, this is turbo. Okay.
Turbo. So we do it all. We don't discriminate. We tried to put a supercharger on it, but with the way that the motor and everything sits in the vehicle, there's really no good access point to the crankshaft to spin it. So out of necessity, we had to develop a turbo kit for it. We're running kind of like a custom setup from Garrett for this, so it spools up very quickly and has a ton of headroom. As you can see, we built this motor and we're running 15 pounds of boost through it now.
Oh, wow.
So our base kit's at 8 pounds of boost. Our injectors and everything are good for that, and we actually are running a boost controller as well. So on the fly, you could switch from low boost to high boost on one tune and go enjoy it.
Okay, so I was totally mixed up. I was thinking supercharger on this as well, but it's a turbocharger because they couldn't necessarily make the supercharger work for mounting reasons.
Correct.
So Joe, being a Honda owner, you're gonna have to take this one out for a spin, dude.
I might have to see how it rips.
See what it's like. So cool. Let's move on to the beast that I know a lot of people are gonna wanna know about. And of course we've got the Pro R. And of course this isn't an ordinary Pro R. It's also set up with the wonderful supercharger. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so you guys have been asking for it. I know it hasn't been out for very long and everyone already wants more power out of the thing. So we ended up in development right now. We got our supercharger kit. It's running a Roadtrek C30, which is twice the size of what we normally put on for the smaller 1 liter motors. With the 2 liter, we got 2 more cylinders to feed, so we had to put a bigger supercharger on it. Right now we're running a low boost, right around 6-7 pounds, and it is a night and day difference what it does. Spinning these 35s everywhere on the street, even in 4-wheel drive, it's hard to hook it up. But even in the rocks, we've been testing and tuning and getting this thing dialed in. It's still very drivable, and then once you get out to the dunes, it's just an absolute beast. It just wants to go.
So you're at 5 pounds. Do you guys have plans to push that even farther?
We've already been up there, but we're trying to figure out what is going to be attainable on the stock motor, pump gas, and make sure it's going to be reliable for you guys. And we'll find the breaking point. It's not your guys' job, so we'll have that figured out by the time we have the higher boost options.
I mean, we need to remember these things are already running in a 200 horsepower,
225.
So adding 5 pounds is a big deal already. So yeah, we can't wait to get this out too and try this all out. It's awesome. I love the look of it. I love the tires. You know, we run the same on our Pro XP. They're great tires, and to be able to spin them off with no problems, it's kind of crazy. So definitely an all-around car. And as you guys walk around, they even brought their YXZ. So this is supercharged, right?
This is supercharged.
Okay.
We also built the motor in this, so obviously all the normal stuff, rods, pistons, head studs. This one's running 12 pounds of boost, 1100 cc injectors as well from our company. And yeah, I mean, if you've ever been in a YXZ, I know it's not a whoop eater or anything, but bouncing this thing off the rev limiter at 11,000 RPM at 12 pounds of boost, it's just nothing else out there like it.
You know, they're in the sand dunes, they're real fun with the paddle shifters and all that stuff without even having a supercharger or anything on them.
Right.
So I can only imagine, you know, the added power that this thing has when you're knocking gears and all that kind of stuff.
And when we get a chance to come around the back end, you guys got to check out the new race exhaust and everything we got coming out for these. This one's pretty special. I love the look of it.
And then they also brought the Polaris 1000 XP standard with the supercharger as well. I'm sure this thing rips like no other.
Yeah, so the RZR XP 1000 was actually our first supercharger kit we came out with for the off-road market. So we have it set up to where it runs one kit, one part number from 2014 to 2023 now, since Polaris has really only made adjustments to body panels and fascias.
Yeah.
So we're able to run the same kit, no changes all the way through, and we've had this out for about 4 years now. So we got a ton of guys out there that have been running it, and
so this is kind of where it all started, huh?
Correct.
So here it is. There's a machine where it started. Let's jump around back. And you'll kind of see a common thing with a lot of these cars is their exhaust setups.
Yeah, so we're these ones right now are our race exhaust that we're going to be coming out with. It's a stainless header with a titanium muffler. Obviously, these are going to be the only exhaust out on the market that's designed for a supercharged engine. Nobody else is going to come close to it. So you're going to see on the headers, it's large tube diameter and super heavy duty to handle with all the extra horsepower you're going to be making. Obviously, a free flow muffler, because we don't need back pressure when you're shoving that much air through the motor. You just need to get it out of the way.
And then that's basically kind of the same setup you're running on the YXZ, right?
Correct. Yeah, the header is a real looker on this one. You're not going to see anything else.
Here,
you're not going to see anything else on the market that looks quite like our exhaust.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
Looking good, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get some B-roll too when we're done though.
We haven't seen anything done to the R yet with exhaust, right?
No, yeah, we want to test the factory muffler and make sure everything holds up under the boost and nothing's going to start falling apart. Once we get plenty of miles on it, we'll obviously start designing our own, but we want to make sure all the stock components are going to hold up to the supercharger so we don't have any failures out in the field for customers.
All right, cool. Got the back of the Talon. It looks like they've got their nice exhaust.
Can't hear you, dude.
On that. Oh, sorry. Hey, we're back in the Talon, so they've got their own nice exhaust set up over here. Looking good. And then on the KRX, same thing. They've got their own exhaust set up now on the KRX. So come over here, Joe. He can show you a couple little things. Of course, is the exhaust, but they also changed out the pulley size. The front pulley, right?
Yes.
Okay. To help create more of that boost and everything.
Correct.
So, all right. Okay, so that's it. That's the gist of Craftworks in a nutshell. We appreciate them inviting us out today and on a ride tomorrow, and then go out and get some filming and get some seat time in some of these cars to check them out. So we'll bring that to you probably in a separate video. But yeah, we look forward to having a great time. So thanks, Jason.
No, thank you guys for
letting
coming
us
out.
do this quick walk around of Craftworks and what's going on. And you guys are based out of California?
Yeah, we're in Norco, California, Southern California. So
right where my sister used to live, dude. Corona, all those areas, all right
Norco.
there. Norco, dude. It's like right there. All right, thanks guys. Catch us on the next one.